Hello Libra, my name is Ray. Welcome to Ray's Tarot. This will be an alternate reading for July 2021, specifically about your career and finances. Today I will be using the Gilded Tarot deck by Ciro Marchetti. If you would like to buy this deck for yourself, I will put a link to their website in the description below. Please remember that time is fluid, and if this message does not resonate, be sure to check out my readings for your Moon, Rising, and Venus sign. Now let's get right into your reading. What does Libra need to know about their career and finances in July 2021? What does Libra need to know about their career and finances in July 2021? What does Libra need to know about their career and finances in July 2021? Okay, Libra, you are coming out in this reading nice and strong as the King of Swords. You could be dealing with another air sign, Gemini, another Libra, or an Aquarius, but I'm seeing this as your energy. The King of Swords often works in any kind of law or enforcement agency. You might be a lawyer, a police officer. The King of Swords can often be found in uniform, some kind of security guard, a doctor, or a nurse. The King of Swords is also very intelligent and does very well in mathematics, in scientific fields, in investigative work, in engineering. But you're coming across as very intelligent in this reading, very rational, very logical, very cerebral, strong-minded. The King of Swords is not afraid of doing the hard work, of doing the dirty work. Because the King of Swords can come across as a bit harsh sometimes. And as the King of Swords specifically, you might be in a position of power at work. So people might be a little bit intimidated by you. You might be somebody's employer, for example. But the King of Swords is business, business, business. Like, you don't really like to interact with your coworkers at work. You prefer to stick to the reason for the meeting. You know, let's get into this boardroom, let's do this meeting, let's get out of here so I can continue doing my work for the day. The King of Swords is very much about his business when he is in that environment. You have the Eight of Pentacles in your crossing. This is known as the apprenticeship card in the tarot deck. So some of you could actually be an apprentice or an intern. Some of you could be at some sort of co-op placement right now. Some of you could be working as an assistant. This could also be about your education if you are still a student. Or if you're an older student, you might be going back to school. See how this character here is studying very hard his pentacles? Sometimes the Eight of Pentacles can also indicate that a hobby or ability that you have is not being used to its full potential. And if you were thinking of starting your own business venture, you could potentially have some sort of talent up your sleeve that could provide you with a lot of abundance. But overall, I feel like you've been working hard late into the night. You might have climbed the ladder at work. You might have just gained a new position. And that's why you're coming through as the King, which is the highest level of the court cards. So you might have just recently been climbing the ladder and gained a new position, a higher position than the one you were in before. But you see how many pentacles there are up here? This is also about repetition. This is about you perfecting your skills. You have the Six of Wands at your base. This is a card about recognition. It's all eyes on you right now because you are coming through as the King of Swords here. The Six of Wands is also a card that brings good news. So again, some of you could be climbing the ladder at work and maybe gaining a new position higher than the one you were in before. It's a card of accomplishment and achievement. So people are recognizing this Eight of Pentacles and all the work that you've been putting in, and it's paying off. This card is also about believing in yourself. So if you're still in the middle of this very hard-working energy right now, don't let anything distract you. Don't let anybody else get in your way. Don't let anybody tell you that you can't. Because success is coming. You have the Hierophant in your past. Some of you could be working with a Taurus. The Hierophant card could also indicate some sort of mentor. So for those of you who are currently working at an apprenticeship right now, this person could be represented by the Hierophant card. But in general, the Hierophant card, in terms of career, usually indicates some sort of larger organization or government office or a hospital or an educational establishment that you work for, which again ties in with the King of Swords energy because the King of Swords energy is usually found in very powerful positions or in uniform. The Hierophant is also a very traditional, conventional energy. So you may be working in a very strict environment. Which is also the same energy that comes through for people who work in those kinds of areas. You know, very conventional 9 to 5. Or if you're in a more chaotic schedule, for example, if you're a nurse. That's a very serious profession. But the Hierophant is also about teaching and learning, you know, life lessons. So I'm seeing a connection between this card and the Eight of Pentacles, and that regardless of what your current position is, wherever you're working right now, or whatever you're working towards, you are learning a lot. Not just about the profession or the field that you're in, not just about your skills, but about yourself. Because this position is helping you grow and expand as a person. And this is helping you find your career path, even if you decide that you don't like where you are right now. Being in this current position helped you realize, no, this isn't for me. You have the Six of Cups in your crowning thoughts, and I'm seeing this card a few different ways. Some of you absolutely love what you do, and you definitely think that this is the kind of field that you want to be in for the rest of your life. Not necessarily the same position, not necessarily the same company, but this is definitely the kind of work that you enjoy doing. Another message I'm getting is that there could be some sort of past connection coming back to you for whatever reason. And it could have something to do with networking. One last message I'm getting from this card is that a lot of you are feeling nostalgic right now. You might be overworking yourself with that Eight of Pentacles. And you kind of just wish you could go back to the days when you were a kid, when you didn't have to work. So some of you are not happy in this current position where you would like to advance or do something different. You have the Seven of Wands in your immediate future. This is a stress card. For whatever reason, you feel very defensive right now. For some of you, it could be because you are feeling nostalgic and you know you don't enjoy the position you're currently in. For some of you, it could just be overworking. Some of you are fighting to make it to a different position or to stand out amongst all of your coworkers so that you can get some sort of benefit or better treatment at work. I kind of see you fighting with yourself. You might be experiencing some anxiety, some imposter syndrome, like, am I qualified enough to even be in this position? Some of you might also feel like you have to compete with the people around you, especially if you work in sales or in retail. But the main message with the Seven of Wands is that there are no other people holding these wands. So the imagery on this card is always important. Because you have to ask yourself, what am I really fighting? Is it worth fighting over? Am I just unhappy with myself? Because there is no one pointing these wands at this other person. They're alone. So what are they scared of? You have the Seven of Pentacles in your hopes and fears. You're waiting for results. You're hoping that all the work you've been putting in with this Eight of Pentacles is going to turn into something that you can harvest, is going to turn into some sort of accomplishment, is going to turn into an achievement. You're waiting for rewards. You're waiting for recognition. You might be waiting for a raise or a promotion or something that will help you acknowledge that the position that you're currently in is getting you somewhere. The Seven of Pentacles is also about planning for the future. So I'm seeing budgeting, I'm seeing writing in your planner, I'm seeing organization, I'm seeing bank accounts. Because you know that the end of the cycle with the Ten of Pentacles is not necessarily always going to be the end goal. Because once you hit that 10, you go right back to the Ace, and the cycle starts over again. So this is about planning for the future. Once you get the confirmation that the work that you're doing is worth it, you know that you can continue it, and you know that you'll be ready for the next time. For those of you who are job hunting right now with that Six of Cups, I'm getting a bit of a side message that some of you are waiting to hear back about a job offer as well. You have the Four of Swords in your environmental factors. The universe wants you to take a break. The universe wants you to recharge your battery, okay? People can see that you've been doing the work with this Eight of Pentacles. People are recognizing your achievements with this Six of Wands. I know that you're waiting for something to come through with this Seven of Pentacles. But when you put in the work, half of it is up to you, and the other half of it is up to the universe. So you need to trust that the work you've been doing is bringing you the accomplishment that you're achieving. But the rest is up to the world around you, and you have to wait for it to come through. So just relax, okay? That doesn't mean stop working. It means keep doing what you're doing, because you've been doing great. But make sure that you're not overworking and stressing yourself out. Get out of this Seven of Wands energy. Stop fighting. Just breathe. In your strengths and weaknesses, you have the Queen of Pentacles. Some of you could be working with an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. We have Taurus present twice here with the Hierophant and the Queen of Pentacles. So this could be their energy. This could be your mentor's energy if you have a mentor. If you are a Virgo, Libra, cusper, this could also be your energy. But overall, I feel like your strength in this situation is that slow and steady wins the race. Is that you're willing to go the extra mile because you're detail-oriented. The Queen of Pentacles can be found in accountancy and banking as well, so more government agencies. They can be vets, so again, more uniforms. They know how to work their way up the corporate ladder, for those of you who are looking to gain some sort of promotion or recognition. They know how to balance their home life with their work life, and I'm seeing a connection between that Four of Swords there, making sure that you are taking time to relax. Basically, the Queen of Pentacles in your strengths is a good sign. You have the capability to be this Queen of Pentacles. You can get there. And you've already put in so much of the work. You can have this stability. You can have this financial independence. You can be this queen or this king. You have the Knight of Swords in your outcome. This is another stress card, and I'm seeing this two ways. This could represent your energy, because we do have more air energy here. But in that case, there's a degradation from the King of Swords to the Knight of Swords. So don't let yourself act impulsive just because you're bored, just because you're tired of waiting, just because you've gotten lazy and you don't want to do the work anymore. With that Queen of Pentacles energy, you need to remain steady. You can't half-ass it. You can't cut corners. That's not going to get you where you want. The other way I'm seeing this card is as some sort of event. Something that you want might come through very unexpectedly and it may feel chaotic. I see things picking up at the end of the month for sure, and things are moving very quickly. And this might be making you feel like you're having trouble keeping up. But this could potentially be a blessing in disguise. Because when the Knight of Swords shows up, it can feel like if we are ready to ride with the changes he brings, it could bring you the bigger responsibility that you've been hoping for. It might feel a little heavier than you expected it to. But the Knight of Swords can also be a card that kind of kicks you into gear. So this could also be the push that you need. Can you clarify the Seven of Wands for me, please? Can you clarify the Knight of Swords for me, please? Clarifying the Seven of Wands in your immediate future is the Ace of Swords. So I see you wielding your sword as the King of Swords and fighting to where you want to be. That's what that fighting energy with the Seven of Wands is about. You wielding your sword. The Ace of Swords symbolizes a new beginning, so you could have that reward that you've been waiting for come through. The Ace of Swords is also about victory and triumph. It's about overcoming difficulties through inner strength. It's about clarity, it's about communication. Clarifying the Knight of Swords in your outcome is the Moon. Some of you could be dealing with a Pisces. The Knight of Swords paired with the Moon is a very obsessive, chaotic energy. So again, I'm seeing this two ways. This could be your energy, and you could be self-sabotaging. Once you get this Ace of Swords, you could be experiencing imposter syndrome and wondering whether or not you're qualified enough to be in this position. Don't take it out on the people around you, okay? If you're feeling stressed out, don't lash out at your coworkers or anyone really, your family, your friends, your person. Find ways to deal with this shadow energy appropriately so that you don't end up hurting the people around you and hurting your chances at keeping this Ace of Swords. The second way I'm reading this combination is whatever this Ace of Swords is that comes through for you, it might not be initially what it seems. So before signing any contracts or agreement, make sure you fully understand what it is that you're signing, okay? Read the fine print. Because for some of you, it might turn out to be more than you can handle. But also don't stress yourself out and get anxious over it, okay? Because sometimes the Moon can also be about jumping to conclusions. So if you're feeling like this chaotic night by the end of the month, just try to find ways to chill with that Four of Swords, okay? You need to learn to confront what it is that's holding you back head on, whether this be another person or it be yourself. Because towards the end of the month, there's definitely something holding you back with this chaotic energy. And you need to heal in order to move forward and move past it. And you need to figure out what this is so that you can get that Ace of Swords, so that you can keep that Ace of Swords. But remember that you are the King of Swords. Don't let yourself be downgraded to this knight. Stay on the level of the king and the queen. Don't let this night make you feel inferior. Okay, Libra, I feel like your message has been received. Comment down below if this reading resonates with you and let me know what your situation is about. I do read the comments and will be liking and responding. Don't forget to like this video and click that subscribe button, that helps me a lot. You can now also follow me on Facebook, where I will be posting announcements about new tarot readings. The link to my new page is in the description below. Either way, I will see you here again at Ray's Tarot. See you later!